everyone, so welcome to another vlog, and this is Cops and Cars. Now, I went to Cops and Cars for the first time last year in 2024, so I've put a couple of photos in from there, but most of it is from this year, 2025. So, a lot of you will be asking, what is Cops and Cars? Well, it's run by a guy called Ben Pearson, who used to be a police officer, and he's now started up the 1965 PTSD charity, and so he's raising awareness for those who are in the emergency services who have PTSD, mental health struggles, stuff like that, because that was one of the reasons why he retired. So he puts this event on and teams up with people like Andy's Man Club and lots of other people, and they raise money and awareness for people with mental health, specifically guys, because obviously a lot of men don't want to talk about these things. And it's just a fabulous day out. It's held at the Motorist in Leeds, just outside of Leeds, and it has really just blossomed over the years. I think it's been going for like 4 or 5 years now, maybe, something like that. But all different police officers and emergency services from around the country turn up. They have like Northamptonshire, Cheshire, all different areas. And as you can see, a range of police vehicles. You've got people like this guy here dress up as Ghostbusters, which is a bit of fun, and they have a car, Ghostbuster car. There's also the 18 van that you would have seen a minute ago. All sorts of different things. But yeah, so that it's just a fun day out. We also have these American cars as well, American police cars that come over, which is really cool. So obviously for us in the UK, we only see UK police cars unless we go to America or watch the TV. So it's nice to see these American cars in real life as well. If you're from America, comment down below which of these cars you recognised, because obviously these are probably not all in the same states. These are different states, I would imagine, like Webster County Sheriff and New York taxis and all different ones. So yeah, comment down below which ones you recognise. Also have some older police cars, which is great, some really old ones from back in the day, and they've even got a 3-wheeler, which we'll see later, so it's just quite fun. It's fun to see all the different cars, all the different police cars, and also they have other ones, like we've got the fire engine there and CID and all that kind of thing, so it's just cool, and you get to talk to the officers as well, which is nice. For me personally, I like to be able to go and thank them for what they do, because they don't get a lot of thanks day to day. It's not just police cars and emergency vehicles, they also have lots of different supercars, sports cars, and I'm not into cars, but trust me, these cars look nice. I mean, look at that yellow car with its doors open up like wings. Inside the actual motorist itself, they've got like a museum. They had this orange car on show last year, but yeah, I just like looking at them. I mean, as I say, I'm not into cars. I couldn't tell you what half of these cars are. So for those of you who are, sports car enthusiasts, please let me know in the comments what all these different cars are. Which one's your favourite? Which one do you like the best? They're just cool. They're just really cool. They look really nice. And it's quite a show as well when you see them all driving up. So in the morning when everyone's arriving, there's usually like a long procession down there, because only one road in, and there's like a long, queue of like all these fancy sports cars. Look at all these like, red, orange, white, all these fancy sports cars all lined up, all slowly driving in. And then you've got this little three-wheeler police car at the end here, like, Del Boy and Rodney kind of police car. Just comical. But yes, it's just an interesting event. It really is. It's so cool. Got a section for like the older, like, classic cars. Look at this one. These are cool, like Cadillacs and all sorts, and even like some that you might have seen from like the 80s and 90s. They've got like an actual, there's a club, a specific like old car club. I can't remember what they're called, but and they come every year. And it's just, again, for me, a lot of these cars I remember seeing when I was growing up, just riding around the streets, and so little boy racer cars. But it's just cool to see them, and it has brought back, brings back memories. But yeah, it's cool. Just a nice little wander around, looking at all different kinds of cars. As I said, I'm not a car fanatic, but I really love this event. I just think it's so cool. There's something about it. Do they have lots of cars there, they also have guests. So first on, they had Ben Pearson, who's the guy who organises it, and Sam Hard, who's from Hard Up Garage, and they did, just basically talking about bits and bobs. I thought that I had audio for this. I thought my camera was recording audio, and then I got home and realised there was no audio, so that was a bit of a shame. Got to meet Ben again, so that was nice. And then next up, they had the police interceptors from Northamptonshire, and Sam was interviewing them. And it was just nice to hear obviously the stories, and just from their perspective, because obviously they're on the front line of this, and it's just interesting to, hear them in a relaxed attitude being interviewed. Next up, there was Pat and Carl, who are from Sky One's Road Wars from many years ago. Ben was interviewing them, and they're always hilarious. They really are. Also, next up there was the motorway cops from Cheshire, and they were being interviewed by Sam, And again, similar to the other police officers, it was just nice. And the guy in the middle there, I had a photo with him last year. But again, it was just nice to hear their perspective on things and some of their little stories and, you know, funny things that have happened during their shifts. After that, we had PC Stamp, aka Graham Cole from The Bill. Those of you who will, you know, watch The Bill back in the day. He's the nicest guy, he really is. And he was being interviewed by Sam. And yeah, he can talk, but oh my goodness, he's such a nice guy. He's always got time for you. I had a picture with him last year and again this year, and he also signed a photo for me as well. Really nice guy. Then next up we had Tim Scoven from Traffic Cops and Police Interceptors, and he was being interviewed by Ben. And again, this is from back in the day, so it's just quite interesting again to hear his stories, because he was actually a cop back in the day, and obviously ended up on TV for that. And then last of all, they had the Mathesons interviewed by Sam and Ben, and they were hilarious. It's just interesting again, because I didn't know who these people were, because I don't have a TV, so you know. So it's just interesting hearing their story, hear what they do, and obviously the two different generations you've got here, father and son. Inside the motorist itself, they've got loads of like old stuff. They have old cars, and these change regularly as well, so they're not there all the time. So what was there last year is not what is there this year. So there's pictures here from last year and from this year. So they've got old cars, they've got sports cars, they've got all kinds of things, and then also like signs and stuff. And they've got cars on top of the fixtures, so you can see here an orange car on the top, and they've got all different, you know, products underneath. But it's just really cool. I just love like interesting things. Even an old milk van. This last year as well, the A-Team van. I remember the days of the A-Team. So yeah, the van they've made up to look like the A-Team van, and so that was there again this year. Just really nice to see it.